Many people all over wonder if there is any difference between talking with friends and talking to a professional. Friends and family are nice. Maybe you've known them for a long time. They're good listeners. You can talk to them and feel comfortable with them. They offer their opinions and feedback because they care about you. If you have that, you're very lucky. With friends and family members, maybe you were together back in college. Maybe you work closely with them. Maybe your kids hang out with their kids and they with your kids, and you're good friends. Suppose you have issues that you want to discuss with them. But being close would affect their emotions, and in that case, they wouldn't be the best choice of counsel. Here's an example. Let's say you're deciding whether or not to move 3,000 miles away. You want advice on whether you should stay or whether you should go. Maybe deep down that friend feels that if you move away, they'll lose someone to chat with, to get coffee with, or maybe that their children won't be able to hang out with yours. It's possible that they feel they'll lose that support, and that could influence your friend on how they advise you. They may try to convince you to stay, and that might not necessarily be on purpose. But deep down, they just can't help but want you to decide to stay, because it'll be better for them. But with professionals, it's different. They're not involved in your life. Not usually. This means that they can ask you about the positives and negatives and make sure that you're making the right decision for you without pushing a personal agenda. When talking with friends, you do trust them, but do you trust them 100% to keep everything you tell them confidential? Maybe when your friend hears what you have to say, they, out of concern, tell someone else. For example, your friend may go to her husband and share with him about you, her friend, and what you're going through, and he may confide in his best friend, and from there it just spreads. Then it wouldn't be a secret anymore. They may not be sharing what you said out of a desire to gossip, but more out of a true concern and care for you. But with professionals, it's different. Everything you tell them is 100% confidential, and if they decide to tell someone, you can complain to the board, and they'll lose their license and their job. So with professionals, you can trust that whatever you tell them, they won't repeat. And with some friends, they won't repeat it, but you have to know who you can tell and what you can tell them. But with a professional, you can feel safe. Friends will share with you their opinions and feedback based on their experiences and the things that they've heard. Sometimes those things aren't based on facts, and they've not done any actual research into what they've heard. But with professionals, they have done the research, and they have proof to back it up. Here's an example. Let's say your friend advises you not to give a boy a doll, because if you let the boy play with the doll, he will grow up to be more feminine and maybe become gay. But if you were to ask a professional, they would be able to provide you with research and tests that prove that boys who play with dolls may still grow up to be straight. There is no correlation between playing with dolls and whether or not you turn out to be gay. Their research is a lot clearer and not based on myths. Another good thing about professionals is that you know you have a regular time to go there every week, and you can know they're always there. But with friends, something could come up, and they'd have to reschedule for maybe next month. But you feel that you have important issues you need to discuss right now, and that's really typical. Also, professionals give you their full attention for the whole session. And you don't need to feel guilty about going on and on about your problems, because it's their job to listen. But with friends, it's a different experience. You feel it's appropriate in a social interaction to take turns. It's nice to feel you have someone's full attention.